Alrighty, you guys. I wish I was going live under better circumstances. I wish I was going live under a more hard fought, better effort game. So, unless we have like some really good conversations going and maybe like some really good comments and feedback and all that, I don't know how live I'm going to be, how long I'm going to be live for, excuse me. Um, some of you may not like what I have to say in this video. I'm going to call it as I see it. But we're gonna wait about another minute and then we'll get started. Um, all I have to say right off the back is if you're a Suns fan and you don't think that this was a real game for the Phoenix Suns, you're just stubborn and arrogant. Um, Franchise record on the line or not, the Suns should have played much better than they did tonight. And again, if that's not what you guys want to hear, sorry, but I'm going to tell it how it is. So, but yeah, we'll get started. If you have a drink, go ahead, grab a drink. I have a Coca-Cola right here. I got my water as well. So, cheers to you guys. Cheers to everybody that is tuning in right now. I appreciate you guys. And yeah, let's do this. So again, I don't know how long I'm going to be live for, but just going to kind of give you guys my takeaways. We'll read the box score. Feel free to ask any questions or anything that you guys got. And even though there is a couple of games on right now, we'll probably look at the standings and everything, and maybe talk about some other NBA teams. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do this. All right, so Phoenix Suns take the loss tonight against a really solid Memphis Grizzlies team. And I'm not just saying that because they were shorthanded and they beat us. I'm saying that because they are, what's their record now? Like 55 and 23. 55 and 23, you guys. And coming into this game, they were 19 and 2 without their MVP, their franchise player, John Morant. They were 19 and 2. And I think their like point differential or something like that was like 19. Like they've just been winning games. They don't get talked about enough. They're young, they're exciting. You know, you guys know me. You guys know that I love to say, oh, this team has a bright future. This team has a bright future. This team has a bright future. Well, I said that last year about the Memphis Grizzlies, especially when they won game 1 against the Utah Jazz in that playoff series. And if this doesn't sum up the game right here, after the first quarter, the Grizzlies had 10 assists on 15 made field goals. Like from the jump, the Phoenix Suns got punched in the mouth. And sure, like, yeah, they might have responded in some areas. And, you know, obviously we kind of like scratch and clawed our way back in the fourth quarter, but I knew we weren't going to win the game. Sorry if I sound like a pessimist or a negative Nancy tonight. I'm just telling you guys how it is. I saw some stuff on Twitter where Suns fans were being very stubborn and arrogant. And sometimes, guys, we got to take our losses. I think this is a good thing for the Phoenix Suns, to be honest, because the Suns are going to wake up and realize we have to come out each and every single game and not get punched in the mouth, especially in the NBA playoffs. Again, forget the franchise record. I mean, it's awesome that we've won 62 games since the first time since 1993 or 293, by the way. It's awesome that our next win is going to set the all-time Phoenix Suns franchise record for what are 56 years in the NBA, 75 in this league, you know, 75 years in the NBA. Suns have been around for what, 56. So that's awesome. But forget that for a minute. The Suns' effort tonight was terrible. DeAndre Ayton was absolutely terrible. Don't let his rebounding numbers fool you, even though he has had like double doubles in like 9 out of his last 12 games. But his effort was terrible tonight. I only saw a few players who were actually trying out there, guys who were hungry, guys who were fighting for the ball, guys who were putting up effort. It even took Devin Booker a while to get going. It took the whole team a while to get going. So, you know, I hate to trash on my own team, but this is probably what Monty Williams is talking to them about right now. You know the Suns are going to be kicking themselves after this game. Maybe if this was like against like the Oklahoma City Thunder or something, like a bad team. Sorry to pick on the Thunder, but maybe you could forgive them. But this was against the second best team in the Western Conference, a team that we could easily see in the playoffs this year, maybe in the Western Conference Finals. Again, I don't know how the seeding and all that is going to be, but this is a team that it plays very good, and they are young and they are hungry. They remind me of us last year. They're a young, hungry team with a franchise player and a lot of really solid players. And as you guys saw, their B squad tonight was really solid. And I already see a couple comments in here. Oh, it's just one game. It's all right. No, guys, we should have won this game. Actually, I take that back. We should have put up a better effort in this game. Let's get to some comments right here. Thanks for everybody that's in here. I appreciate you guys. Sorry if I'm being a negative Nancy, but just telling you guys how it is. Shout out to my guy, Steve. Says, salute, Sons Geek. Salute to you guys. Appreciate you. Iverson Vlogs. We lost to a bunch of second string players, and we're supposed to beat the healthy Warriors and Grizzlies. LOL. He's not wrong, guys. Just saying. Justin, who, by the way, he's been a longtime supporter, longtime Suns fan, says, here comes the ESPN saying how much Memphis is better than us. I agree with you on that. The ESPN and the national media are going to eat this up because that's what they do. And like the Lakers are playing right now against the Pelicans. And if they win, people are going to be like, oh, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are back and the Lakers are going to win, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. Just being honest. Can't win them all, but who cares? We're still the best. Yeah, we're still the best team, but this was a little alarming. I'm just saying. Steve says, I hate that they came out flat and they just got outworked the whole game. Exactly. Ayton needs to step up. Yeah, tonight, sorry, I need to hold on. Give me a minute. Let me fix my headphone situation here. Sorry, guys. All right, anyways. Yeah, tonight, DeAndre Ayton was looking like the DeAndre Ayton where I'm just going to take my headphones off. He was looking like the DeAndre Ayton, I think it was like last season, like midway, where before we found out he had the birth of his child, he was on a really rough, ugly stretch. That was the DeAndre Ayton that I saw tonight. And, it's late in the season, guys are probably not mentally locked in, but what I've seen from this Phoenix Suns team all season is that they've been mentally locked in 9 out of 10 games. Tonight was not one of those nights. Metal Mike says, either that was a completely unfamiliar performance and an outliner, or the Suns did not give 100% tonight and played simple offense and simple defense. Well, that doesn't get it done if that's what they did tonight. And honestly, Monty Williams is the nicest guy in the NBA. He's a super humble guy, but I hope he is ripping into them right now. I hope they're all sitting in the locker room with their heads down because they should be kicking themselves tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to tell how it is. It happens, tough loss, but it's like playing against ourselves without our stars. End of the day, offensive rebounds was the difference. Exactly, Albert. And yes, I am going to get to the stat line. I disagree with you on this isn't on Ayton. Well, you know what? It wasn't all on Ayton. It was a team effort. Again, I only saw a few guys out there that actually looked like they were trying. A lot of you might disagree with this. I thought Landry Shamet had a good game. I thought JaVale McGee put in a lot of hustle and effort, putback dunks, rebounds, all that. Then Devin Booker obviously tried to single-handedly, take us back into the game. There were a couple of stretches too where the Suns got some points going, but they would hit a few threes and everything. But guys, it was just a rough night all around. Let me get to a couple more comments. I'll read you guys some more things. We'll dive into the stats and all that. All right, let's see here. Yeah, Amanda says it perfectly. Suns have size, but they can't rebound. That was what was embarrassing tonight. Don't let the rebounding numbers fool you, you guys. The Grizzlies were small out there. And it seemed like they were getting to the rim better than we were. I can't wait to read the second chance points because last time I checked the second last points, it was second chance points. It was like 27-2 at one point. I'm scared to look at those numbers. I have the box score, but I'm not going to look yet. So yeah, we got killed on the boards. Second chance points killed us. Bob says effort to the box out and not give up the offensive boards was horrible. Exactly. So I don't know, you guys. All right. Let's see here. So like I have notes here, but I'm like, there's no point in reading them. Like everything I'm telling you guys, I feel like you guys have already said in the comments. So screw it. Let's just look at the box score. Another thing too was even though Devin Booker had 41 points on 17 for 28 shooting, which really isn't that bad, by the way, I feel like no one else really scored. Cameron Payne was fine, 11 points in 17 minutes, 5 assists, or excuse me, 4 assists, 5 rebounds. But I feel like we didn't have much contributors beyond that. I failed to mention that Mikal Bridges was somebody who I thought had a lot of hustle and effort and defense tonight. He kept attacking the rim. He kept scoring. He had 18 points. Beyond that, we didn't have much. Shout out to the friendly neighborhood blue shell. I appreciate you. $20 super chat. That's probably the second highest one I've gotten on this channel, I think. I really appreciate the generosity. You totally didn't have to do that. God bless you. I appreciate you. The Suns and their fans underestimated the Memphis backups plus an extra G Leaguer. This should make the Suns stronger, though. Maybe those Memphis is going to lose in the first round comments will die. Exactly. Do not underestimate this Grizzlies team, Suns fans. That sums it up right there, you guys. You can lose on any given night to any given team. I'm not going to call out this person by name, but I had someone in my comments recently that was like, I think we're going to lose to this team. I think we're going to lose to this team. We're going to beat the Thunder. And we're going to beat, whatever bad team, like the Kings. And I'm like, okay, well, so you think that we're going to just lose to all the good teams and only beat the bad teams? And then I responded at the end of the comment. I was like, it's like you can lose to any team on any given night. Doesn't matter who you are. And, in this comment here, the Suns and their fans underestimated the Memphis backups plus an extra G Leaguer. These guys play hard. This Memphis Grizzlies team, again, kind of remind me of the Phoenix Suns of last year. These guys these guys care about each other. These guys are bought into each other. They're bought into their system. Taylor Jenkins is a great coach who has worked his way up the ranks. And I remember, I want to say it was last year, like, what's his name? Andre Iguodala or whatever. He didn't want to be part of the Grizzlies team. And sure, he's on the Warriors now and all that, blah, blah, but like John Morant and all them, they didn't care. They were like tweeting at him, and there was like reports that said like, they were like, fine, get out of here. We don't want you on this team. So that goes to show the kind of culture you should have really anywhere, no matter what job you have. Like if you've got people that aren't performing, get them out. You got guys that you got people that don't want to be there, get them out. That's how the Spurs did it for years. If Greg Popovich didn't like you, if he didn't think you worked hard enough, gone. Didn't matter who you were. And I feel like that's how this Phoenix Suns team is. And I feel like that's how this Memphis Grizzlies team runs their organization. That's from an outsider's perspective. So once again, the friendly neighborhood blue shell, $20 super chat. You're the MVP. Truly appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. We're almost 15 minutes in. I got to take a sip of my Coke real quick. Also, guys, thank you so much for all your support as of late. You guys have been killing it. You guys have been watching my videos. You guys have been Hulk smashing the like button. The numbers are just incredible. I love you guys. I know it's not all about numbers and everything, but it really motivates me to keep working harder on this channel. And I love you guys. And I'm going to put out the best Phoenix Suns content possible for you guys. And once again, I love you guys. Every time we would make shots, the refs would effing give them free throws. But whenever we got fouled, we got no whistle. Yeah, the officiating was pretty bad from both sides. I'm keeping the super chat up, by the way, just because it's legendary. But tonight was like referees appreciation night or something like that. Because I mean, it's cool. They're on the broadcast. They get extra cameras and microphones and all them. That's awesome. Let's be real, you guys. The NBA referee job is one of the hardest ever. I mean, obviously, it's not as hard as like being a medical professional or whatever like that, or a teacher, but it is pretty damn hard. Let's be real. And as we saw on the broadcast tonight, these people are humans sometimes. But you could tell that this game was getting feisty and a little out of control when earlier in the game, Dylan Brooks said something to, I forget the female referee's name, Natalie something. And she's like, you don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. Like, I was kind of split on that because let's be real, these referees do make some terrible calls. I mean, who was it? Like Austin Rivers barely like hit. Like, I don't even think it hit him. It was like Lance Stevenson hit his chin or his beard and they ejected him. So sometimes these refs make terrible calls, but at the same time, you got players that are barking at them 24/7. The fans make it worse in the arenas, and these referees probably get fed up. I don't really know where I'm going with this rant, but and Taylor Jenkins, I don't know what he said to get an immediate 2 technicals and ejected. He must have just said something. And if you go back and look at that play, DeAndre Ayton, you know, I don't know. That was a weird play because the guy fell. What was it, John Conchar or whatever? I don't know, you guys. You guys tell me what you thought about the officiating. I've seen worse as a Suns fan, but it wasn't great. I don't know. You guys tell me. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Mark Jackson. How did I go this far without talking about how great the Memphis Grizzlies defense tonight was? The Suns just looked a step slow, didn't they? Again, maybe on the exception of a few players. Grizzlies defense was locked in from the start. They were hustling. They were aggressive. They were locked in. And that goes to show how damn good Devin Booker is. For him to have 41 points and to basically single-handedly, in a way, you know, carry us to victory. Or not victory, to the, you guys know what I'm saying. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done one of these live streams, guys. But yeah, Devin Booker, great Memphis Grizzlies defense. So let's get to some more comments here. Actually, before we do that, let me focus here. Guys, I'm warming up for the playoffs, okay? During the playoffs, I want to try to be live every game for the Phoenix Suns. So I got to kind of get warmed up here. Live streams are kind of my Achilles heel if you guys are new to this channel. Which, by the way, if you guys are new to this channel, Hulk smash the like button. Please subscribe. Bear with me on these live streams. More of them are coming, I promise you. So, yeah, let's keep going here. Devin Booker, 41 points, 17 for 28 shooting. Mikal Bridges, 33 minutes, 18 points, 8 for 11 shooting. One thing I'm seeing here is just a lot of numbers are down. Sure, Chris Paul had 11 assists. Great. He didn't look like Chris Paul at all. However, speaking of Chris Paul, though, he is now 4th all-time in steals behind John Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Michael Jordan. He had 3 steals, by the way. Cameron Payne, again, I thought he had a good game. Landry Shamet only had 7 points. I thought he had a good game. Cameron Johnson didn't have a good game. But I don't know if I fully blame Cameron Johnson. This is his first game back in, 13 games? And he did look a little gassed. I don't blame him at all. Let's talk about the Memphis Grizzlies here. Let's finally look at that dreaded, if they have it. Someone tell me what the second chance points were for tonight. But I'll tell you this. The Suns got out-rebounded 48-39. The Grizzlies had 16 offensive rebounds. 16 offensive rebounds tonight. The Suns beat them in the defensive rebounding category, but we got killed on the offensive rebounds. Guys were just driving to the rim, especially in the first half, with ease. The defense looked a step slow. The Grizzlies looked great on defense. They looked active. They looked engaged. Just saying, guys. I don't know. Just telling you guys what I saw out there. Steve says, Dylan Brooks is annoying. People were trolling Dylan Brooks because he was just taking all these shots. Shout out to where'd your comment go? Here we go. Shout out to my guy, Philly Take with RB, who does incredible work on the Philadelphia 76ers. Go check out his channel right now. That's my guy right there. Really, really cool guy. Does great content, who's even inspired some of my content. And I really appreciate it. He says, this is where I come to get the truth about the Phoenix Suns. Best coverage of the team that's out there. Show the man love. Appreciate you, RB. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the nice, kind words, man. And keep up the great work on your channel. And even if you're not a Sixers fan, guys, go check him out. Go support him. And maybe we'll see you in the finals, RB. Maybe we'll see you in the finals. Shout out to my guy, Super Mario Hoops 24, another fellow content creator. He says, I did like that they had the audio of the refs on display. Honestly, they should just start miking the refs every game. Exactly. That's the thing, guys. Like, yes, referees make terrible calls. They make sometimes game-changing, altering calls. And as controversial as they can be, these referees need to be mic'd up. And as crazy as this sounds, they need to like interview these referees sometimes. I'm not saying like every game there needs to be a referee press conference, but controversial stuff, like especially in the playoffs and in the finals, we need to hear from these referees. Like there was one clip where all three, I think it was halftime, they're all in one room, they're looking at a TV screen, they're all talking to each other. You could hear everything that was being said. We need more of that. So NBA TV, ESPN Sports Center, if you are watching, put them on the microphones. We need to hear from these referees more, man. Just saying. And we're in the year 2022. This should have been done like 10 years ago. Sorry if it sounds like I'm ranting. Sorry if it sounds like I'm a negative Nelly tonight. I'm really not. I actually had a really good day today. Super blessed that you guys watch me and support me and leave awesome comments like my guy Philly Take with RB did. And for those of you who are just super kind and leave a $20 super chat, you totally didn't have to do that. I love you guys. But you know what? I take my Phoenix Suns seriously. And tonight was not it. Like I have notes. Usually my notes are like so long, I get them all mixed up and I screw up, and I'm just going to go off the top, man. Mark Jackson says, Brandon, you are doing fine on the live streams. Well, thank you, Mark. I'm going to step it up. I'm going to be better. And we're going to get some fire live streams for the playoffs. Okay. One thing I did want to talk about. Thank you, Iverson Vlogs, for bringing this up. Iverson Vlogs says, Geek, is this a championship or bust season? I think so, but some Suns fans disagree. Thank you for bringing this up because I was eventually going to talk about it. Okay. If you're in the NBA, no matter what team you play for, it's championship or bust. That should be the mindset. Obviously, with everything that has happened with the Phoenix Suns the past few years, it's championship or bust. Excuse me, I got a burp. Hold on. Woo! All right. Think about it, you guys. A few years ago, the Phoenix Suns were one of the worst teams in the league. Fast forward a little bit, we get Ricky Rubio, we got Kelly Oubre. We have like guys that actually want to play here and are excited to play here. And then, pandemic happens, NBA gets shut down, et cetera, et cetera. Suns go into the bubble and they go 8-0 without Aaron Baines, without Kelly Oubre. And the world was introduced to this new era of Phoenix Suns basketball. Fast forward, Chris Paul, et cetera, et cetera. All the guys that we have, 51-win season, go all the way to the NBA Finals, win the first two, lose 4 in a row. Fast forward again, 62 wins. 62 wins. The best team in the league by far. Even when the Warriors were like really damn good, the Suns were right there. So to get to your answer, yes, this is a championship or bust season. But here's the thing. And I want to read you an actual quote from Chris Paul. I'm not making this up. I wish I could pull it up on the screen. When I clip this later, I'll put it up on the screen when Chris Paul actually said this. Chris Paul, let me find the quote. Give me one sec. Here we go. Chris Paul said, and I quote, "Obviously, I would like to get a championship to go with that, but it doesn't diminish what we've done." That was Chris Paul on tying the Suns franchise record with 62 wins. So hopefully that answers your question. Yes, the Phoenix Suns want to win an NBA championship. That's been their tunnel vision. That has been the main goal since last season. But honestly, you guys, we have to just applaud what the Phoenix Suns are doing. And I even saw a tweet earlier that was like, records don't matter and it's all about a championship. And I'll be disappointed if the Suns don't win a championship. The Suns themselves will be disappointed if they don't win a championship. I'll be upset, but we need to really appreciate how fantastic this season has been. We don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs. I don't really know, I guess, where I'm going with this. But I think worst case scenario, it has to be finals or bust. At first, at the very start of the season, I was like, Western Conference Finals or bust. I was like, you can't have a great season like the Suns did, go to the finals, and not make the Western Conference Finals. Then this season happens and we start trouncing teams. And I think maybe after our 50th win, I was like, yeah, it's got to be the finals or bust. Yes, I want the Phoenix Suns to win a title. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? I don't know. I can't predict the future. But I think it's got to be finals or bust. And we have to be competitive in the finals, and we can't lose 4 straight in the finals. So if that answers your question, yes. Championship or bust. Thank you, Iverson Vlogs. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to clip that. I think that's going to make a good segment. Okay, let's see here. Amanda brings up a good point. If the Suns matched the Grizzlies' effort, they would have won. Exactly. Also, what scares me is obviously the Grizzlies were not fully healthy. They're out Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, who was a solid player, by the way. If you don't know who Desmond Bane is, go watch some highlights. That dude is a stud. He is a rising star. And they obviously didn't have a few other guys, who like Jaren Jackson Jr., I think, and some other guys. What scares me is, let's say they had at least Ja Morant and Desmond Bane. And they would have, let's say the game would have progressed the same way. They would have punched us in the mouth early. I think the Suns would have gotten blown out in this game. Does that make sense? Just saying. Super Mario Hoop says, also get Suns Geek on your channel at ESPN, at SportsCenter, at NBA TV. Thanks, man. Okay. Okay, shout out to my guy Coda Kid. He says yes, it's happening. Okay, hold on. I'm getting caught up on some comments here. I hate to say this, but I don't think the Suns will win the chip only because Antetokounmpo is just the best player in the NBA, and it might be the best ever. By the way, I'm a huge Suns fan. We are big, but we don't play big. Well, you know what? As much as I've been a negative Nelly tonight about the Suns, and I've kind of been criticizing them, players do step it up in the playoffs. They take it to another level. And I even tweeted this. I said, my one problem with the Suns is that if they get punched in the mouth early, it's hard for them to recover. In the playoffs, they can't consistently get punched in the mouth. There's going to be games where the Suns have to climb back into the game, be the clutch Phoenix Suns and all that. But I don't think it's going to happen that much. I just think the Suns need to respect their opponent, no matter who's in the lineup or not. and they just need to come out and do what they've been doing all season for the most part. 9 out of 10 games, we dominate. Also, you guys, I think we need to say RIP to a Phoenix Suns record that was undefeated going into this game. The Suns are now 46 and now 1 when leading after the third quarter. Let's take a moment of silence. Okay. Suns can't make too much noise. They also can't show you all of the tools in their toolbox, especially in the regular season. Love the comment. Yeah, but tonight, guys, it should have been one of those games. I mean, I don't disagree with you, but this was a different game, you guys. This was against a really good Memphis Grizzlies team. I'm just saying. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to sound like a negative Nelly, but this should have been a game where we had better effort, better energy, better defense. DeAndre Ayton should have played a lot better. I don't know. Okay. Let's keep looking at some numbers here. Appreciate everybody that's commenting and watching and all that. Dylan Brooks, 35 minutes, 30 points, 11 for 28 shooting, 7 free throws. By the way, how many times does the Suns get the free throw line tonight? 10 for 17, not bad. Grizzlies, 23 for 28. Zaire Williams, 19 points. D'Anthony Melton, who, by the way, was a former Phoenix Suns player who the Grizzlies stole from us. Thinking about it now, probably should have been a guy who we should have kept, to be honest. Guy's a solid defender, but he's turned into a great offensive player. I met him and his parents at Summer League a few years back. Very nice guy. Parents are cool. Dude works hard. Great player. He's become a solid player for them. Although he did shoot 4 for 13 tonight, which isn't good. But, good player. Xavier Tillman, I thought, played fine. 13 and 7. He almost had a triple-double. 13, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. Excuse me. But their bench was huge. John Conchar, if that's how you say it, 24 minutes, 14 points. Aldemont, I can't say that last name, 12 points. Brandon Clark, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. That guy just does it all for them. Our bench wasn't that great. Again, I thought JaVale McGee had some nice moments, 8 and 12. Cameron Payne played fine, but we didn't really have much contributors beyond that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, D'Angelo says it. The Grizzlies just kicked the Suns' ass. It's literally nothing else to it. We have an entire bench that averages double digits. True, but if that, we're going to need a lot of that in the playoffs. And I agree with this next comment from Mike. The Grizzlies are good this year. Suns need to get their losses out of the way before the playoffs. Exactly. Landry's got to take more shots, man. I agree with that. Because you know what? As much slander as Landry Shamet has received this year, even though I think it's more of like his contract that they're slandering, not really him. The dude's got sneaky bounce, and he's actually shown up in a few games. And we all know he can be a bucket at times. Streaky, but inconsistent. So shout out to Landry Shamet. And I agree. Take more shots. And you know what? I know that Cam Johnson missed 13 games. When Cam Johnson's fully healthy and like fully back, he needs to take more shots. Monty Williams has talked about it. Cameron Johnson himself has even talked about it. Like Monty Williams and Chris Paul get pissed when he like doesn't take open shots. Unless he's like driving in the lane and scores, but still. Like when he passes up an open shot, they get pissed. Yeah, my guy Super Mario Hoops says Grizzlies are just a crazy rebounding team too. Exactly. And you know what? I don't know what our rebounding ranks are or what the numbers are. I think we're a top 10. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're a top 10 team, but It doesn't feel like it. I've been a little critical of the Suns rebounding this year. Because obviously the Suns last year struggled with Giannis and the size and everything. So then we go out and get some size. And I just don't feel like the rebounding has been that good for the Phoenix Suns. Is that just me? Am I crazy? Or do the Suns need to become a better rebounding team? Because if we have a rebounding effort like we did tonight in the playoffs consistently, it's going to be tough, guys. Mark Jackson, I appreciate you, man. Go watch the Coyotes game. Hopefully they have a better effort than we do. Sorry, I was a negative Nelly tonight, y'all. Appreciate you watching, Mark. Thank you, Amanda. Coming up clutch with the stats. Grizzlies are first in rebounding. Suns are 16th, which that's fine. You know, that's middle of the pack. But it just doesn't seem that way, guys. I don't know. I'm not worried. Suns will come out ready in the playoffs. I love being the underdogs and flying under the radar. Exactly. That's the only positive for tonight, you guys. Excuse me. The only positive is that the Suns are literally going to kick themselves, and we know they're going to respond. We're going to look at the schedule in a minute. We know they're going to respond, and they're going to just remember this loss. I'm sure they're going to look at the tape. They're going to know that they need to have much better effort, much better, games and everything. And they're going to remember this game going into the NBA playoffs. Just saying. The biggest strength for Phoenix is they have the best road percentage in NBA history right now, having full home court advantage, and that good on the road is overpowered. Exactly. Well done. I mentioned that in one of my recent videos, by the way, is that our road record this year is incredible. Sorry if you guys can hear my dogs barking, by the way. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that's funny, Super Mario, that you mentioned that. He says, not Suns related, but how the hell did Robert Covington score 43 points and 11 threes tonight, which, by the way, is a Clippers franchise record? Today was April Fool's Day and all, but it was kind of like opposite day because the Clippers, who are obvious, well, wait, no, they had Paul George. I was going to say they were shorthanded and they ended up, did they beat the Bucks tonight? Let me pull up the scores. You guys get my point, though. Even with Paul George, they're still pretty shorthanded. And yes, they did go on to beat the Bucks 153 to 119. The Clippers beat the Bucks 153 points. That is not an April Fool's joke. That is not a typo. To 119. And then the Suns lost to a very shorthanded Grizzlies team. It's opposite day. That's insane. I can hear my dogs barking from outside. Okay. So David pulled it up. Thanks for doing that, David. I'm going to pull it up. I guess I don't need to pull it up because you just did it. Remaining schedule. At the Thunder on Sunday. Hosting the Lakers on Tuesday. The garbage Lakers, by the way. Don't get me started on them. At the Clippers on the 6th, April 6th. At Utah on the 8th. And then hosting the Kings on the 10th to finish off the... Thank you, David. Appreciate you, man. Not an easy schedule, but the Lakers have it harder. And I'm not just saying that to troll the Lakers. It's true. Like, they actually have the hardest schedule remaining. The Suns have to have a better effort against the Thunder. That's all I got to say. I'm not saying they have to win the game, because really we could lose every game. Doesn't matter, but they got to have a better effort against the Thunder. The Lakers are healthy-ish. I mean, I think Anthony Davis is back. LeBron's back. By the way, did you guys see LeBron's tweet today? Not going to lie, as much as I've been trolling the Lakers all season on social media and in my streams and everything, even if you hate LeBron, you got to tip your hat to him because he tweeted, shutting it down for the season, y'all. See you in the fall or whatever he said. I thought that was hilarious. Good job, LeBron. Clippers is going to be a tough one. Jazz is going to be a tough one. And you know what? The Sacramento Kings are terrible, but they got some players. Maybe they'll be better next year. So thanks, Dave, for pulling that up. It would be awesome if we could win 65 games. And I talked about this in, I think, my video yesterday. Let me pull up the numbers here. I think they said, where's my numbers? My number. Here we go. My numbers are all over the place, you guys. Sorry. I think it was like 22 teams have won 22 teams have won 65 games. Yeah, here we go. If the Suns win 65 games, they'll be the 22nd team to do that. 15 of those 22 teams have gone on to win the NBA championship. That's all I got to say. So let the odds be in our favor. Let the NBA gods bless us throughout the playoffs and in the finals. And you know what, guys? I know I've been a negative Nelly tonight, but let's take it one game at a time in the playoffs. I don't know who we're going to play in the first round. It could be the Clippers. It could be the Pelicans. It could be the garbage Lakers. It could be the San Antonio Spurs who are like hanging on by a thread. One game at a time, you guys. Don't just think we're going to blow out this team. Unless it's the Lakers. You guys can trash the Lakers all you want. I hope we beat them by 30 points every game if we play them. But you guys get my point. And tonight, we saw that. Tonight, we saw that you shouldn't underestimate your opponent, and you should take every game seriously, and you can lose on any given night. Sorry to preach to y'all, but that's just how it is. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I mean, the fact that there's 31 people in here listening to me rant. You guys are awesome. Cheers to you guys. I want to keep drinking my Coke, but it makes me burp, so I'm going to drink some water. All right. So even though there's games still being played, let me click out of this. I don't even want to look at the Suns numbers tonight. Even though there's still games being played, I don't think many teams are going to really shift the standings. Let's go ahead and look at the standings. Let's do a little standings watch here. Suns are undefeated since the Lakers. Sorry. Suns are undefeated against the Lakers since Andre Drummond cursed them. Yes, he did. By the way, I have a photo on my computer of a different angle of that DeAndre Ayton curse moment. It's a beautiful photo, by the way. He cursed them. All right. Let's look at the standings. First off, Oliver says, was today our worst game of the season? It felt like it. Can't make a habit of playing like this, especially not at this time of the season. Exactly. I don't think it was our worst game of the season, though. I've seen worse. You guys remember that Miami Heat game when they blew us out by like 20-something points? They like couldn't miss a three. And some people were like, oh, the Suns played a lot of games and they were out players. That game. I was like, no, the Heat crushed us that game. I don't care what the circumstances were. They killed us. So don't think it was our worst, but it was one of them. Just saying. Anyways, standings watch. Here we go. Let's do the Western Conference first. Phoenix Suns, 62-15. The Grizzlies have now won 7 in a row. 55-23. Warriors, 48-29. Yes, they have no Steph Curry, but they're still playing fine. They're struggling, obviously. They've been inconsistent. I mean, they're 3-7 in their last 10. Even before that, they were struggling. But they're still got 48 wins. Mavericks have been playing great. I think they got crushed tonight, but they've been playing great. 48-30. Watch out for the Mavericks. I think since the trade deadline, maybe they've been like one of the, if not the most improved team, maybe besides Boston. They're playing great. Jazz 46-31. They're trying to find their chemistry again. They're getting healthier. Nuggets 46-31. Timberwolves 43-34. Don't sleep on that Timberwolves team either, you guys. Clippers 38-40. Pelicans, and then Spurs and Lakers, and Spurs and Pelicans are playing right now. So, or not Spurs and Pelicans, Lakers Pelicans are playing right now. So, and then you got Portland or Sacramento, Portland, OKC, Houston. Let's go to the Eastern Conference. Miami 49-28, 5-5 in their last 10. Milwaukee, defending NBA champions, 48-29. Boston, 48 wins. Sixers, 46-30. Bulls are 45-32. Shout out to my guy, Super Mario Hoops. Toronto's a weird team. They're 45-32, 5-game win streak. Pascal Siakam's been playing better. They have a lot of solid players. I think they started off the season pretty bad, and they've just climbed their way back up. But I feel like they'll go on winning streaks, and then they're inconsistent. But I think they're a pretty good team. Cleveland, I feel so bad for the Cavs, you guys. Cavaliers have had so many injuries this year. One of them being to former Phoenix Sun Ricky Rubio. If they were fully, or at least 90% healthy, I think they'd be better. But they've been falling. They were the darlings of the NBA season at first. They were probably one of the most underrated teams in the East, and they were winning games. Now they're 42-35. I feel bad for the Cavs. But if you're a Cavs fan, you're watching this, you guys are going to be really good next year if you guys can stay healthy. Brooklyn Nets. Are the Brooklyn Nets the most talented 8th seed of all time? 40-37. Kyrie, everything going on with him and everything. If Kyrie, KD, and Simmons, I almost said James Harden for a minute. If Kyrie and KD are fully healthy and can play out in all the games, they'll be pretty damn good. That's all I got to say. Okay. What's going on here? The comment section got quiet, so I'm making sure we're still good. By the way, I have a question for you guys. If you're listening on headphones, does my left side sound louder than the right side? I've been playing with my microphone settings. I literally spent 2 hours on it one day trying to fix it and everything. I'm a one-man show here trying to figure out all this equipment. And it still feels like the left side is a little louder than the right side. Is it noticeable for you headphone users? You guys let me know. By the way, Charlotte and Atlanta are both 40-37, trying to make the playoffs. Washington, maybe. Oh, wait, they're eliminated. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute, they're going to sneak in there. No, they're not. They're eliminated. Anyways, you guys, I think that's going to do it. I think I've ranted enough. And I feel better. I feel better about tonight now that I've let it all out. And I hope the Suns come back tomorrow, to practice and everything, and they respond well. And again, I hope that before game 1 of the NBA playoffs, the Suns look at this loss and use it as motivation. That's all I got to say. But you guys have been great tonight. Appreciate everybody that was in the comments, whether you agreed with me or not. Thank you for everybody who was watching tonight, listening to me rant. Thank you, Oliver, who said the headphones sound fine to me. Just making sure, because I don't know. Maybe it's my headphones. Maybe one of the headphones is broken or something. But yes, you guys, I'm going to do my very best. Excuse me. I'm going to do my very best this season during the playoffs this season. I'm going to do my best to go live after each and every single game, just like I did last year. Gonna do my best. And we're gonna have some great live streams. We're gonna have some great um conversations and hopefully some great guests. I'm gonna try to get people on here to help me break down these games. But yeah. So I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to Hulk smash the like button. Just absolutely just destroy the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, please subscribe. And again, you guys, the best way to help support this channel is just to keep watching. That's it. And I really appreciate it, you guys. I mean, the fact that you guys watch my content, you guys watch me listen, you watch me go on rants, and you guys put up with my vlogs that I do every once in a while. You guys put up with my skits, and you guys are just awesome. You guys are the best, and I love you guys. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there, and we will see you guys soon. I'll probably do some live streams soon. And again, I will go live hopefully every playoff game this season. So I love you guys. Every Suns playoff game this season. Love you guys. Valley Boys out. And we will see you guys once I can press my button. We'll see you guys next time. Go Suns. Hulk smash the like button. God bless. Peace.